If you would, come on in, come on in. I'm not gonna talk about nothing but a topic and then the product, all right? Of course, you see that I have the Standing on Business King Hulk shirt on with the King Hulk shoes. These are the KH5 shoes made by Nike, designed by me. Got the little basketball in the back and the gold in the back. All right, it has KH5 on the inside, KH5. These are my Air Force Ones that I made and I designed. So if you like it, this is also the King Hulk shirt. You can see King Hulk, Standing on Business shirt. Footprints right here, Standing on Business and raised lettering. So if you like it, please hit me up. The shirt costs $75 and the shoes cost $300. These are special shoes. Now, what they're doing, they only let me and allow me to have creative ability on certain shoes for certain times. So some of the Queen Hulk shoes, they're not even offering no more. Some of the King Hulk shoes, they're not offering no more. You got up to 10 that you can order. At the 10th one, we're done. We don't make it any more. That means you can end up having 1 of 10. If they pick that shoe and decide to put it to all the Nike stores, you have the first 1 of 10. I have the first one, so you're gonna have 9 of 10, or 7, 8 of 10, 7 of 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I got number 1, right? So that shoe is gonna be valuable, way more than what people are buying from the store because you have the first ones. Keep the box pristine. Put the box up somewhere. Don't smash it. Don't crush it. Keep it pristine. Keep your shoes clean. Okay. You got to buy 2 pair. Do what you got to do, but keep it clean, especially the bottom sole. Keep it clean, and the top. I always tell you to scratch guard it, put that spray on it, make sure that if any stuff, Rain-X or whatever, if any water gets on it, that it just beads right on off, and keep it clean, guys, because Air Force Ones, Nikes, whether they're made by one designer or another designer, depends on who that person is and the importance of that person, those shoes can go for a lot of money. Like the original Air Force Ones, they up to almost $10,000 to $20,000. The original Jordan 1, the Jordan 1, first Jordan 1, that's $1.5 million. Yes, that's right, for a pair of tennis shoes to a collector. There's some shoe heads out here, tennis shoe heads that just will pay whatever they got to pay because they want the one that Jordan wore. They want the one that was made for Jordan, by Jordan. He touched it, he wore it in the game, whatever. Well, you know what? Some people, like myself, have become kind of famous in certain arenas and still yet doing some famous things, right? Making a good name for myself. These shoes are going to be worth something. People are going to remember the King Hulk brand because it's more than just an individual. It's a nation, it's a family, it's people who's coming together, that's taking their health serious, their mental health, their spiritual health, their soulish health, and then their physical health very seriously. We're taking it to the next level, and so that means our shoes are going to mean something. The Queen Hulk shoes look just as beautiful, all right? We also have this in Queen Hulk. This says QH5, same color, same everything, design. Then she also has her brand, her label. So on May the 25th, all of our shoes will be out on display. All of our clothes will be out on display. Shirts, short sets, bomber jackets, the crop tops, the track suits, all of them will be available. Then we'll have some of the exotic stuff like the Louis, the Gucci, the Prada, and all that. We have a table with that on there that you can be able to buy those things on spot. Those things will not be kept for display no more. Those things will be sold on spot. Some of the old stuff that we have from Expo 1, I'm going to discount it. If you want to get it, you can maybe get it so you can get rid of that inventory. The new stuff, I'm going to lower the price because it's going to be on a special day. Then you can be able to get on that day if you want to, all right? All of my prices that I do show, listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid about it. Don't be worried about it. I will negotiate with you a decent price. If I still make a profit, you can be able to get something at a very reasonable price. It's already at a reasonable price. I got it half price of whatever you can find in the store. So most of the stuff is at half price of what you can find in the store because I have no store overhead, I have no employees that I pay, no electric, no water, no gas. It's right here, and everything is kind of ordered, bought to order. So you order it, then we buy it, okay? Once you order and pay for it, we buy it, they ship it. All sales are final because it's coming from the manufacturer. Now let me give a couple of disclaimers. Some of our stuff, it might be a little stitch that is off. Some of our stuff might have a scuff on it. Whatever it is still very valuable and high quality. Most of that stuff you can take to, especially the shoes, you can take it to a shoe store, they can buff it out, won't even know it's there. If it's a stitching problem, who's looking at your damn clothes and shoes that close when they say, oh, that one stitch is crooked? If somebody's looking at it that bad and that you need to stop and tell them going back to your business. Get out your face, right? So that's the reason why I'm able to sell things at such a reasonable price. And I'm also a model, so I get another discount on top of that. So when I keep telling y'all that I sell the authentic stuff, I am a dealer. I have my own tax ID number. KingHulk is registered as a trade name, that we are able to do business with our own products and the other products that I work. I sell the belt, I sell the hat. Get with me on the inbox if you're on the KingHulk channel. Get with me. I can't talk this numbers with you guys on the channel because they still got this anal thing about I need to get some more kind of paperwork to them. So I made this channel where we're not even doing it as a sell channel. This is about KingHulk stuff. I can sell that all day long because I am KingHulk. It is my brand. The rest of the channel, y'all know, once we get off and talk about stuff on the live, we'll go ahead and pause them. We'll continue to discuss and we'll do pre-recording on my other channel. Now, my main channel, for all y'all that know over here, those y'all that's coming on new to the KingHulk channel, my main channel is called Michael the Hulk 50 the letter N. Michael the Hulk 50 the letter N. That's my personal channel. This is more of my business channel, and this is more talking about KingHulk, what we do, what we believe, and also give you uplifting, encouraging words, let you know about some of our products, let you know about our healing product. It also has a detox system with it, a ab roller for workout, a sauna suit to be able to wear the sweat, a waist trainer to be able to train your waist, and then the kinetic plant-based pre-workout drink that can also be used in place of coffees and teas and 5-hour energy drinks and Monsters and Red Bulls. Drink this, doesn't have the crash, doesn't have the high caffeine, and it's all plant-based. And it has been proven that if dementia or Alzheimer or mucus is in your brain matter, that this has been able to go through your blood system and start relieving some of that pressure in your brain, also start to pick up some of that plaque in your brain and dissolve some of that mucus in your brain that also is attributed to Alzheimer and dementia. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when you start hitting in the late 40s, early 50s, that's when some of our memory loss starts to take place. 60s, 70s, and 80s. Unfortunately, some of our family members, and I hope not none of yours or none of you will ever have to go through having dementia or dealing with a dementia patient or an Alzheimer patient, because it is sad. When you look at your mother who birthed you, who's been in your life all your life, and now all of a sudden she doesn't even remember you because dementia or Alzheimer's has set in. She doesn't remember who she is. She doesn't know how to get back home. He doesn't know how to be able to get back home or even how to take a bath or how to cook. It's sad, but it's the reality of our parents getting old. Let's try to make sure that our parents, our elderly, our grandparents, and even us can fight off as much as we can. And Dr. Sebi was right. All diseases live, fester, grow, and manifest in mucus. The less mucus you have in your body, the less you have to worry about that. And I kind of talked about how some of us go and search for things. Let me kind of encourage you what I talked about in our 60 seconds of words of encouragement. That is, if it wasn't worth it then, it's not worth it now. There's some things that we have lost, like our cell phones, right? Or our driver's ID, or a piece of jewelry that has value, that has worth for us in this moment and right now. What's going on, Sean? What's good? What's up, big bro? Well, little bro, I'm older than you. And have value. And we go search for those things, because in the moment we need to drive our car, we need our keys, right? We ain't gonna get in our car without ID, because the popo are already dirty, and that's all they need is, oh, you drive without ID, we don't know who you are, and pull you out the car and boom, boom, shoot you in your head with no ID. So we need our ID, right? And then we also need our jewelry. You know, we pay a lot of money for our watches and our rings and our necklaces, and maybe we misplaced it or fell somewhere, we didn't know. Those things need immediate attention, and we do go search for them. And we have this thing called recall, memory recall. We can go back in our mind and kind of think about, when is the last time I had my ID? When was the last place I left my keys at? When was the last time I wore that necklace or had that ring on? You know, whatever it is that's of value that you lose, we have this thing called memory recall, and we can kind of almost go back to that moment and kind of narrow down a search grid in our mind of where we possibly left it, lost it, or it, you know, came up missing it, right? Those are things that's important. But you ever been sitting around and just been bored as hell, and you sitting all of a sudden think about, man, what is that one thing that I had 2 years ago? or this other thing that I had maybe about a year and a half ago, or this other thing I had last Christmas. Let me go look for it. And you looking and looking and looking. Now in your head, because you're bored, you're only going to spend about 5 or 10 minutes looking for this thing, and you're going to move on. So you think. But it's something about the curiosity of the mind that it creates this desire and this need that I got to find it. I got to find it. Now you ain't used that thing in 6 months. You ain't used it in a year and a half. You ain't used it in 2 years. Hell, some of y'all got some stuff you ain't used since you've been a baby in the cradle. you still trying to find your little rattler in your baby shoe. What did I put in? Did I put in this box? And you find yourself going in the attic, going into the closet where you got your, stuff that you got put away, your whatnot, your keepsakes, and you going through everything. You just can't find it. All of a sudden, you started at 1 o'clock looking for it, and that's 1 p.m., and it's 7 p.m. Or you started at 9 a.m., and now it's 5 p.m. You done put a whole goddamn work day into something, ladies and gentlemen, that really wasn't of value. Because if you wasn't going to need it then, where you put it up and said, well, I don't want to throw it away because it does mean something to me. It's because something means something to you, don't mean it has value. This is because your husband means something to you, he didn't have value. That's why you left the nigga. Because he did some stuff that devalued him, even though you still cared for him. Talk, Coleman. Come on, King, talk to me. Yeah, you left her, but because she had no more value to you, because the way she was talking or the things that she was doing, it still made her in a human sense of somewhat of importance, but not as important as she was when you said hello to her, because she did some foul stuff over the relationship where you found no more value in her. But ain't it amazing that when we get bored, we want to go through our Rolodex, and now we got Facebook, we want to start searching for some of them old friends and some of them old flings and some of them old folk, and we call ourselves being nosy. Next thing you know, you get caught up in Facebook. You don't let 3 or 4 hours pass, lunch done pass, dinner done pass, kids keep on talking about, Mom, I'm hungry, go fix yourself something. Dad, I'm hungry. Man, well, stop leaving me alone. Because you have gotten so infatuated on trying to locate or look up or discover or search for something that's really not valuable. That's why your memory recall, watch this, is not working that well, because when you decided to get rid of it, to pack it, or to put it away, you had already told yourself, I don't even really like you no more. I don't really like it no more. It has no more use in my life, but I'm just not ready to get rid of it. I'll go throw it in the trash tomorrow, and tomorrow never came, right? And now all of a sudden you're thinking about, did I throw that thing away? Now you looking and looking and looking, and look how much time. 5 minutes turned to an hour, 1 hour turned to 3 hours, 3 hours turned into a half a day turned into a whole day, and now you have discovered that the thing that you cannot find has frustrated you, wasted your time, and now you're mad and upset and angry, and now you have to settle with the fact that it's still lost, and now you say to yourself, well, dang it, I didn't need it anyway. But look how long it took you to realize that you didn't need it. Let me share something with you very quickly. If it didn't have the value for you to know where to put it at, where you could always recall it, in case something down the line came along where you might need it, then don't make it valuable now. It's called wasting your time. It's called putting energy in a place or in a person, especially when we talk about the people. Because some of y'all still trying to subscribe to going back like a dog and lick up your vomit with relationships that were toxic. You couldn't wait to get out of that situation. Why are they so appeasing to you now? I know, because some of y'all, you might not want to admit it, you done tried a couple other niggas, you done tried a couple other women, and trying some new people didn't work out. You still end up in the same boat where you single by yourself, got used, got mistreated, got beat, pray that you didn't, got beat up on, you know what I'm talking about? But then all of a sudden that person still didn't click. But at least the other person met at least some of the needs in your life. You already know what you got in this nigga. So maybe I just need to go back. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because what you don't know is that they've gotten worse. They haven't gotten better. They've added and they've compounded on the mess of why you left them with some more new mess. Because what they didn't do was take out time to educate themselves about the wrong that they really did in the relationship and learn the lesson. So they're waiting for the repeat to give you the same damn thing they gave you last time and to add more misery on top of your hurt and pain of your past. If it wasn't worth it then, don't try to make it worth it now. There's some clothes that you don't need to ever fit in. You didn't fit in it then, don't fit in it now. It's out of date, it's out of style. Don't be the one that's trying to bring it back, because nobody's going to want that back. There's some places that you don't never need to go back and visit no more, because the bad memories are still bad memories there. You don't, even if you use it as a testimony, drive by, point it out, and keep going. There is some people that you do not ever need to let back in your life, and you dang well better not go back into theirs. Come on, y'all. We want to bump this stuff in public about how strong we are and how we are, and you know, I'm cool, I want it, and you know, I got over them. But by yourself, you keep conjuring them up. You keep thinking about them. You keep trying to remember. You keep trying to dig into your recall to find something of value. But ain't it something, ain't it a shame almost to a point to where you find no value, so now you try to create value? Don't do that. If it wasn't worth it then, it's not worth it now. You are beautiful. I know you in the reconstruction. I know there's some things about you that is still yet being made. But listen, hold on. Hold on to the system that got you to this place called freedom and liberty and love. And hold on to this place where things might not be way grand like you want it to be, but it's a whole lot better than what it was when you was in that situation. Don't go back to that state if you don't have to. Don't go back to that neighborhood. Don't go back to that job. Don't go back to that person. Please don't go back to that situation unless it was of value. If you was the one that really messed up and you understood, and now you learned the lesson, and that thing really added, or that person, your ex-husband or your ex-wife really did add value back to you, and now you have grown and matured to level up to that value, then go back, check it out and say, hey, you still available? I learned my lesson. Because everything, listen, victims, everything was not their fault. Some stuff was yours. It was. And now you have grown up and matured. If that relationship really had value and you've never forgotten about it, it always was in that forward way of your thinking, go back to it. If that job that you lost and you got fired from because you wasn't showing up on time, wasn't doing right, but they got a new position, go back and say, hey man, when I first worked here a couple of years ago, I was going through life was happening, I wasn't mature, but I've learned some things the last couple of years, can you give me another chance? That's not begging, that's not settling, that's not bowing down, that's coming back grown and saying, I take responsibility of how I left last time, but as a man or a woman, I'm walking to say, if you guys need help and you want to give me another chance, I'm available. Point blank and period. It ain't about pride. It's about growth. It's about maturity. So learning these principles, learning what is valuable enough to recall in memory versus what is not valuable and you're trying to make a memory out of it or trying to make value of it, cut it out. Because you're never going to find it. It's never going to manifest the way that you want it to be because there's no substance to it no more. He just ain't good for you. You just ain't good for him. She's not good enough for you. Point blank period. So stop making things something that is not and just make up your mind that if it wasn't good then it ain't good now. And it's time for me to just move on and be able to process life and to enjoy my life and live better. Let's talk about some of this good products that we have that's going to help some of you all be able to have a good quality life. And that is the KingHulk Health Product, okay? With the KingHulk Health Product, you'll get the ab roller, you get the detox system, you get the pre-workout, the sauna suit, and you also get the waist trainer. Remember, I'm not some guy who's trying to tell you how to get like me now, my size now, my look now, and I didn't come from somewhere. Everyone has it before. And what I cannot stand is the guy who looks like this trying to tell a guy like this how to get like this, and he ain't never been that. But if you started here and you've ended up, you started here and you've ended up here and here, we got something to talk about because you understand. You understand what I go through. You're going to understand that when my hunger pain hits me at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I might need to have a reach out to you to say, hey, talk to him. Because if not, Man, that brownie at Brahms is looking good. Talk to me. McDonald's, I hate McDonald's, but man, that number 3, that quarter pounder, that Big Mac is starting to look good to me. And then we can maybe say, hey, fight your hunger, fight your temptation. That's something that you do not want to get involved in. That's something that you do not want to put yourself in that place to where you have a relapse. We'll understand that, because how many relapses have we had before we got to this place? You got to remember, I've been working out since I was 13. I'm 53. I didn't discover the formula that we have right now until December of 2022. So do the math. Almost 30 plus 38, almost 36 years of me working out, getting big, getting bulk, getting powerful, but not getting healthy, getting more sick, taking more pills, having more pain, getting more bigger, working out more, boom, boom, doing all the stuff, doing this diet, doing that diet, doing this fast, doing that fast, all that stuff. And then it finally clicked on what needed to be done. Get rid of the mucus, get rid of the thing in your brain, get rid of that thinking that you have that is a burden, get rid of how the storms are in your mind that you have not caused to cease in peace. Then you can start piecing together your body and making it. You know the only reason why some people end up going to go get the liposurgery or going down there and getting the baby makeover, because they're broken in their mind such in a way that they do not have the discipline that it's going to take to remove the weight by removing the waste in their mind. They have just really gave in. They rather pay $10,000, $5,000, $10,000, $16,000, $20,000 for something that they think is going to be quick. But can I share something with you all? That's a 6 to 8 month recovery. That's painful. That's blood going everywhere. That's you having to walk around with a bag. That you sitting there have to worry about scars being healed. Having to worry about getting your muscles back in your body. Okay? That's the stuff they try to yell. But you know we have a no. Because all of the success rates, they have a whole lot of failure rates. Unless you a person that just love the knife, gotcha, boo. Do your thing. Because some of y'all pain freaks. But if you're someone who says, you know what, I'd rather put that same quality, that same time, and investment into something that's not going to be quick. Because let me show you something. Most of those people that get those surgeries and do that quick stuff, what they don't tell you is the relapse for them is very high. The ones who get the stomach, not stomach tuck, but when they get the little stomach clamps in their stomach and try to get the gastro clamp around their belly and everything, or some of their stomach cut, yeah, the first 6 or 7 months, the first year where ain't no tragedy going on, ain't no drama in your life going on, yeah, you sticking to your diet, you know, you ain't throwing up as much now you don't get used to eating the right portions. Get in one bad relationship. All it takes is one bad relationship, 2 Twinkies, 1 ding dong, and a chocolate fudge sundae from your favorite ice cream place, and a couple of pieces of cookie and a pie and a cake. That's all it takes, y'all, and it comes back on quick. It comes back on quick, and you end up getting sicker, and you almost can die because stuff is busting because you did something that's not natural. And the reason why you was able to sign up to do something that's not natural, because you didn't know how to conquer the mind. So let me teach you something. While you think I'm just trying to give you some products, I'm really trying to get in your head to be able to heal your brain. If I can heal your way of thinking, if I can get you to see life in a different perspective. I'm not trying to be your counselor, your pastor. I'm just trying to be your realist and tell you I've been there. I know what it is to be in the light, but yet still in the dark. I know what it feels like to be free and wide open, but feel like you're in a box that you can't get out of. I know what it feels like that you got in the door, but you can't get out the situation. I know what that feels like. So let me get you through that process. Then we can start really getting you through the detox process. Because before any of this can work in here, we need some stuff that's going to work up here. And once we can get this at a state, ain't trying to heal you all the way, but just get at a stable place. Then you can develop the discipline that when the detox says 15 days, you don't do 12. When the kinetic says take me every day, you take it 7 days a week, not 5, not 2 days on, 3 days off. When the sauna suit says I need to be worn every day, you wear it every day. And when you want to take it off in 2 hours, but you need to wear it for 8 hours, you wear it for 8 hours. The trainer says, oh, it's tight. I can't boo-boo, I can't pee. Yes, you can. Learn how to live with it because it's training the muscles to be in the stomach, stay in place. Have the discipline and get your butt on this ab roller and roll out 50, roll out 100. Roll out 500, roll out 1,000. You're never going to get to 1,000 if you don't start with 1. You're never going to get to 500 if you don't start with 1. You're never going to get to 10 if you don't start with 1. You got to have the first one done. You got to put that on for the first time. You got to drink it for the first time. You got to roll it for the first time. And if you can get the 1 and get that conquered, then you set it for 3. Then you set it for 7. Then you set it for 10. Then you put it for 20. Then you put, now you at 500. And 500 feels like 1. It does. Can I get to the 500? Yes, because I got past the 1. Now the 500 becomes a reality. $499, 500, yeah. And you look in the mirror. Oh my God. And you go to the doctor and he takes you off of that pill, that pill, that pill, that pill, that pill. And all your blood work comes back and all your numbers come back and your blood pressure come back. Next thing you know, your skin is glowing. Everything about you is glowing. Doesn't solve the bad husband. Doesn't cure the kids that's acting like you ain't their mama. But it does give you the strength now to deal with that nigga and deal with them children. And say, oh, no. If I ain't killing myself, I ain't letting y'all do it. Because life then starts to really have value. Stop knowing your value, but you can't take care of your body. I know my value, but you sit up here knowing your value while you're watching your body down you every day. I know, I just ain't gonna accept any kind of man, but you eat any kind of food. You drink any kind of water. You go any kind of place. You hang out with any kind of person. So you really don't know your value, boo. Because your value ain't the man that you try not to connect to, or the value girl ain't the woman that you try not to connect to. Your value is what are you doing to yourself? Because while you want to say everybody else on the outside of you is doing the damage to you, the damage don't start with them first. The damage starts with you first when you agreed to let somebody come in your life that you ain't vetted, that you don't even know. You don't really know with head over heels over someone that you don't know. And because you don't want them to make love to your cooch, you want them to make love to your mind and be able to connect with your brain. What are y'all doing? I need somebody to make love to my brain. No, you don't. Because do you not know who you give your brain to sensually and sexually? You keep connected to that person when you leave? What the hell? That's why I tell women, y'all stop talking to a lot of men. You get in them conversations, you don't even realize you connected. And what's this bullcrap that y'all women are doing where you ain't telling nobody you got somebody? Who the hell you hiding from? See, you're being sneaky. When that stuff come up on you, and that nigga start walking up on you, know the only reason why most men now are trying to talk to you? Because you play like you single. And then when you find you're too damn embarrassed to tell them you got somebody. You're playing games. And when that stuff blow up, it blows up big. And you're playing with somebody's feelings where folk nowadays, they're not playing with their feelings like that no more, boo. Because these soft men, these masculine feminines, these soft men, they're going to act just like a female on you, and they're going to fight you like a female, but with a man's strength. I'm telling you. And I ain't going to have you're going to hate when I say it, but why do you want anyone to have sympathy for you when you're the one that masterminded the plan? But all you had to do is stop searching for that old feeling. I need a new man, or I need my man to give me the feeling that I used to have when I was a teenager. Nigga, you're not a teenager. Your butt almost 50 years old. Stop dreaming something that's never going to happen. You're never going to be 18 again. Frank has moved on. He don't want you. So stop trying to make everybody Frank and figure it out. Your man you got now ain't going to make you feel like the old. Stop searching for that. That's wasted time. Find something in the new woman that you get or the new man that you get that does please you and cling to that. Box that up in your heart. Make that your priority. And wave your flag and be proud when you finally do get somebody. I tell all the people that's with me, let me find out that folk don't know me together. Let me find out that people don't know I'm in your life. Man, you're gonna be embarrassed. And call you what you want to, but you created that. Because why you had something great? I don't want everybody to know what I got. Nigga, please. You get a car, everybody know you driving. You bought a house, everybody know you live in it. You got on clothes, everybody know you wearing it. But you in love and nobody know that? That's why demons come at you how they do. Because wherever there's secrets and hiding, you leave it open for demonic. And some of y'all that don't want to subscribe in demons because you don't want to subscribe to God, keep playing with them then. Keep playing with them. Trying to find ways to do life in different ways. Keep playing with God. Keep playing. No. Because It's getting to that time now where God, he's fed up with us. He's kind of saying, you know what, trick all of y'all. I just turn y'all all over to the hands of your own flesh. And when you call on me, he gonna laugh, because you shouldn't box God up when you should box that crap up. Grow up, honestly. And then we can help you with your body. Now let me turn some of y'all on. Let me make some of y'all touch your nipples and check your pH level on your own. Go look at some of the videos. Go look at some of my pictures and my content. Somebody said, you know what you're doing when you sticking your tongue all out there. That's how I sure do. I'm creating revenue. I'm creating value for the women. I had to tell somebody today, listen, while you sitting up here trying to get a sense of making people know who you are, how do you want somebody to know somebody who's lost? You lost to yourself, but you want them to know who you are. How can we know you and you don't even know yourself? I don't give a damn if none of y'all know who I am. I know me. I'm peaceful. If none of y'all figure me out, that's y'all problem. The real puzzle that needed to be figured out was, could I figure out myself? And when you do figure out who you are, man, there's a piece that you ain't worried about how, do they know my value? Do you know your value? What is your real value? Your cooch? What is your real value? You got a brain? Who don't? Some people don't use it, but everybody got one. What is your real value? What is it that you're trying to prove? That I know my value. Great. That's what you're supposed to do, is know your value. Not us. Why do you care if we care about you? Why do you even really care if somebody knows your value? We ain't you. What we're going to know is how we treat you is how we view you. We don't give a damn about your value. You can be educated and have all the nice stuff. But how I treat you is how I view you. Watch this. That means it has nothing to do with you, because how I treat you is how I see you. So the problem ain't your value, the value, a value. The problem is me. I don't know how to treat what I see. Because what I see is distorted from me, not from you. You ain't the thing that's blurry. It's my insight, baby. Y'all need to cash out me, boy. Y'all playing. Your past ain't never taught y'all nothing like this. See, the reason why they don't see how you really are is because not your picture is blurry, their vision is. So you're having the attention of someone who got bad vision that can't take you across the street without you holding his hand. So now you think you got something because it hit a little spot in you. But this nigga can't even take you across the street because he blind. And now you got the blind leading the blind. A woman shouldn't be leading a man. A woman should be walking with her man. Not behind him, not ahead of him. But the reason why some of y'all are ahead of your man, because you don't know where the family should be going, because it wasn't given for you to do so. And he too goofy and blind to even know what even a family is. So y'all both misleading one another, and that's why when that car come, y'all like a deer, looking at the red lights, look at the white lights, and all you see, oh, white lights, we're going to heaven. Nigga, you're not going to heaven, you supposed to die. That ain't heaven coming here. Okay, let me stop. It's 5:34. I made a promise, Queen Hulk, that I'll be done with all of my little ranting and ranting by 5:30. All right. Oh yeah, when it's funny, laugh with me. Yeah, most definitely when it ain't. Because let me tell you something, some things I laugh because the medicine is very hard to accept. Sometimes you gotta laugh to get it down. But it ain't no joke. I'm telling you the honest God truth. I'm telling you what you should love as well as God love, and that's the truth. You're going into boxes, trying to find, see, I know I got Gucci, Louis, and all that in here. So I put the important, valuable stuff in here. But I also got some in the closet, right? But the valuable stuff is in here. So when I say, did we have some Gucci shoes? Boom. I go look in this box. Versus me going out to the closet and got to move this and move that and searching. And then I remember, oh, those shoes, I already got rid of. Or those shoes I already gave to someone else. Or those shoes, they was out of style, I went ahead and donated them to someone else. But I took a half a day looking for something that if it was valuable enough, it should have been in a valuable box. If he was valuable enough, he shouldn't be that far in your past. Why are you still trying to talk to high school people and you grown? Why is every time you go back home, you got to keep doing this reunion with the same people telling you the same story? And you act like you ain't talking to these folk all year long. That's one thing I read on. Y'all still got to pray for Pastor. You got to pray for Pastor. These men trip and women trips. Because when I be asking, didn't you just talk to this nigga last night? Yeah. Y'all didn't catch up? Oh yeah, we talking about some other stuff. So why you got to take a whole week somewhere to catch up with some more stuff? Because we just having fun. We just want to hang out and do all that. Really? But you ain't having that same fun with your husband. You're not having that same fun. You're miserable with your wife. But you supposed to have fun with some hard-legged dudes. You miserable with your husband. But you finna have fun with some females. Make it make sense to me. Won't you work on what you have to come back home to? Won't you learn how to have fun with him, and maybe that whole 7-day trip would turn down to 2 days. And if you're really a G about it, I only need to talk to you for a couple of hours. I meet you in the airport and we go ahead. Because I need to get back home to this. I think some of y'all, it ain't that what's at home ain't worth having. It's that you within yourself ain't worth having. And you're miserable with you. That's why you can't appreciate what's really at home. See, everyone I've kind of counseled with and talked to, I'm like, well, why do so many other people want your wife and you don't want her? It ain't that she ain't desirable. It's just that in him, he got an issue. Not her. Well, that's some powerful stuff right there. The reason why you don't want to, you can't wait till your work day get over before you be able to get to your husband and get home and be prepared and be naked and be ready for him. It ain't because he ain't the shizness, ain't that he ain't the king, ain't that he ain't the alpha. It's just that you don't find enough about yourself where you feel sexy enough. So you're trying to work longer, or you come home, you sit there and you look all tired, look all worn out. Like, nigga, have you been to work or have you been at aerobics? Why are you so, what do you do in your job that make you that tired that when your husband come home, that he got to deal with a tired woman? Make it make sense. It's because in your brain, you got boxes full of memories and boxes full of stuff that occupy your time, where you're more on Facebook all day, you're more on your past issues, that you don't even realize how beautiful your life is with who you have right now in your face. You know what the saddest part will ever be? If that person ever wakes up and decides that they're not putting up with that no more, I wonder how much your boxes are going to mean to you then. I wonder how much your life is going to mean to you then. And for some of y'all, you might want to listen to me. Don't get into a situation when warning is coming to wake up to the reality of now, because you're still in this dream about yesterday. Leave yesterday alone. All them people from your past, places from your past, jobs from your past, if they didn't mean nothing then, they don't mean nothing now. I'm out.